way to play League of Legends.
Well, until they start losing.
I am a proponent of wards, Noah.
You know, I was until I saw Peanut. But until they start losing, I say no wards, just death. That's the way to go. So we move into picks and bans for game number 1 between ROX Tigers and SBENU Sonicboom. Lysandra and Gangplank are the first bans.
So GP against ROX. It's interesting. They haven't picked that one all that much. They will not be first picking Corki in this game. So that'll be, even with the Corki nerfs, they're still going to ban him out. ROX, I have to imagine they're going to be angling for a first pick Kog'Maw.
Probably, yeah. Although it would be strange to see
that's
Gorilla
why they're
not on that Alistar.
That's why they're banning out Corki and Callista. So
Yeah.
Fiora will be the final ban here. They're actually going to go for the Lulu first, which has been left available. So they can still do Lulu Lucian if they want.
Well, you know, if you think of last year, there was a pretty notable composition that was pioneered by the ROX Tigers involving Kog'Maw, and it worked for most of the year for them anyway.
SBENU has to take this Kog'Maw. If they're going to let ROX just straight up have a Juggermaw.
Oh boy.
The Rise still up. Of course, Gragas is going to move into that very high priority jungle pick. The changes to his W really helping out with his clear speed and more reliable because he has that 2-second slow at all times now on his Q. So it doesn't have to, the barrel doesn't have to sit there and ferment or whatever it does.
Distill.
By the way, why is it, okay, so with winemaking, you know, you don't really, it shouldn't release gas like that.
Well, no, that's definitely a sign your wine's going to go bad, man. It's not going to ferment properly. Alistar Gragas is the pick, so the ROX Tigers could go for the Juggermaw here.
Well, with the Rise still available, that is such a powerful pickup, and Smev will be able to do a lot of work on that in the top lane if they decide to go for it, but they're lacking reliable engage right now.
You know, Kindred and Graves available, but they're going to go with the Elise anyway, and there's the Kog'Maw.
Yeah, that is just not a surprise, right? If you're going to pick that Lulu, better to have the Kog'Maw there than the Rise, at least at this stage of the composition. So SBENU has to try and get some more engage now to deal with the Kog'Maw, prevent the Kog'Maw from simply standing still and unloading with his W.
So do you take Rise if you're SBENU right now? I mean, I feel like you need more engage. You need a way to get in on the Kog'Maw.
Yeah, I would take this Victor instead, so at least you have some poke, and you can all in the Kog'Maw easier or from a greater range.
Right.
You have to be very worried if you take Rise about getting kited by Elise and Lulu. You're probably just never even going to get in range to do damage.
Also, poke with Ezreal would be pretty nice too.
Yeah, but that's going to be a pretty weak laning phase, which won't pressure the Kog'Maw very much. Could see Echo.
I mean, Echo got a little bit of a buff to his Q in this patch, but nothing hugely significant. Poppy got a little bit nerfed, but again, you know, nothing hugely significant. So
Poppy and Ezreal. So far, we're running really low on wave clear for SBENU, and the Victor would certainly help that, but they need to pick up something for wave clear.
Well, they'll probably last pick the Victor, right?
One would hope so, because otherwise the Kog'Maw siege is going to be absolutely devastating from the ROX Tigers. You have to get wave clear. I'm actually very surprised that they picked the Ezreal here at all.
Trundle, one of the few Gorilla games where we won't see him on that Alistar, and Nautilus actually, the pickup for Smev. Interesting.
Possibly. We don't really know which one of those is going to which lane yet.
I suppose that's true.
You're probably right that Nautilus will be in the top lane. They pick it up, and that'll be very good for peeling, of course. They've got, I mean, this is a Juggermaw composition. You have Lulu, Kog'Maw, and a bunch of peel.
Yeah. I mean, you could do support Nautilus and top Trundle, but I think it's probably going to be top Nautilus.
I actually think that, sure, but I actually like the Trundle top better just because it gives you a split pushing threat. So you have you can choose to group as 5, or you can run a 4-1 split against Poppy. So I think that would be, it would give them more options strategically. And there's an Anivia. Okay.
Not known for her diving.
But is known for her wave clear. So that is the wave clear they're going to need, but I don't see how they get back onto Kog'Maw unless SBENU has a very good Gragas ultimate.
Yeah, well that's the thing. It's like how in the world do you catch prey? I mean, they've got, you know, fairly classic Juggermaw going out here for the ROX Tigers. We haven't seen it all season, but now that Kog'Maw's back, this comp is back, and who better to bring it back to Korea in 2016 than the team that pioneered it, the ROX Tigers.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. So SBENU has to try and kill the Kog'Maw, but that is going to be a huge effort between the peel from Trundle and Nautilus and Elise and Lulu. Basically, Priya is going to have to misposition pretty intensely in this game to be caught out.
You know, and if you think about the dragon changes too, the second dragon especially is going to help that Kog'Maw absolutely destroy turrets.
Yeah, it's going to be gross. I really like this composition from ROX. Like I said, I kind of wish it was the Trundle top lane and the Nautilus support, but especially because the Ezreal lane is going to be quite weak anyway, so you kind of put whatever support you want down there, and it's not going to make too much of a difference if it's just going to be a farm lane between Ezreal and Kog'Maw anyway. And at least that would give you the option to split push in the late game. But this is fine too. It'll work out. Smeb will become unkillable.
Yep. Certainly seems that way. Well, it is time to get in the game. Number 1 versus number 12. Let's see who takes it. Number 10, rather. Let's get in the game now. I give up. Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Number 1 versus number 10.
You got it this time, Noah. Second time's the charm.
It's one of those days. And it's going to be one of those days for SBENU Sonicboom, I've got a feeling.
What is this Graga skin? I've never seen this one.
I don't know, actually. That's a new one for me, too.
It's a fat monk skin.
I guess.
He's got his head shaved like a monk.
Does he have a barrel of brandy instead, then?
Maybe he does. A nice cask of brandy.
Yeah. And so, pretty classic Juggermaw coming out of the ROX Tigers. And SBENU, you know, like we talked about, they have the wave clear. They've got a little bit of dive.
Well, they have some wave clear. I'm not sure they have enough wave clear to deal with the Kog'Maw shooting down their turrets, because if Anivia's not there, did take teleport on this Anivia.
Sure.
But still going to be difficult to actually break a siege. Can clear the minion waves, but it's going to be tough.
Well, that is a very patriotic-looking Anivia skin.
The French Anivia skin?
Oh, it's also red, white, and blue, you know.
Yeah, it's the French flag.
Sure, but it's also the colors of our country, man.
Well, it was intended to be a French Anivia skin for the Olympics way back in the day. That's why she's a French flag. But
I've actually never seen this skin used in the game before.
You can show your disgusting American bias if you prefer. You know, Doa, typical American. Everything's about America, even the French flag.
Hey, man. That's right. I'm not going to deny it. That's how it is. If you don't like it, well, get on the other side of Trump's wall.
I think the French would prefer to stay there.
I think I would too, actually.
I might go join them.
Yeah, let's all go over there. Well, this bottom lane already pushing up, like we expect.
Yeah, I don't really know what SBENU is doing with this draft. They're going to have to, I just have no idea how they're going to kill this Kog'Maw. Certainly the blue Ezreal will be useful if he can proc the Iceborne onto the Kog'Maw when the Kog'Maw is standing in the front line trying to bait out these fights.
Peanut.
And there goes Peanut. Gets the blue
buff. Oh, there's the blue buff. Yeah, some damage on the Flawless too. Peanut, you could have fought that. Come on.
He put a ward down.
Weird.
So, yeah, basically Peanut just decided to go from blue buff straight into enemy blue buff. And he got the drop onto Gragas, so takes away the little 3 buff Flawless. Slow him down just a little bit. Not the biggest deal in the world, but certainly nice to take away that blue early.
Well, French Anivia continuously pushed
I think you mean
back
American Anivia?
Well, I mean, why are you trying to get all French people to hate me right now?
I mean, they already do, but
no, they don't. I know for a fact that's not true.
It's okay. The French are all watching Chips and Noah's stream, so.
Oh, that's true. We're safe. All right. So we shouldn't make any jokes about French Anivia continuously pushed back in lane, forced to retreat over and over again?
No, we definitely should not.
Oh, okay. I won't make those kind of jokes then. All right. Consider that off limit for me.
I will. And Peanut has bought a tracker's knife.
Disgusting.
No blue smite, no red smite for him this game. He is turning slowly into a normal jungler.
That's sad. The decline of Peanut has begun. A little bit of a CS lead already for both the mid and the bottom lane for the ROX Tigers.
Yeah, just a matter of scaling for the Tigers.
Yep.
Certainly SBENU trying to get to that late game also with the Anivia and the Ezreal, where they will come online in a big way, but the Kog'Maw is just so damn scary right now. And ROX Tigers are going to be able to make some pretty hard turret sieges in the mid game. So we get a few items onto this Kog'Maw. Of course, probably looking at the Rageblade Runen's Hurricane build.
Wow, Smeb walking up onto Soul, feeling the pressure. Here comes Peanut. And are we going to see a dive here?
So
maybe. Gragas is right there too. Flawless is there. They're going to try for it. They may have to abort this. Yep.
Well, they didn't even get turret aggro right there, so
yeah.
Flawless showing himself pretty early. But there was a ward dropped by Peanut in that brush, and
oh, wow.
Yeah, view land.
Hero's got to be careful. Meanwhile, some action down in bot lane. Secret slowed up a lot by that Trundle Pillar. But in the end, ROX Tigers taking a little bit more damage. But here comes Peanut. There we go. Right onto Flawless again, taking a lot of damage. Peanut's not going to give up. He's kind of got him on his own. Flawless may need to flash. Nope. Not quite. It was close.
He has the body slam, so he gets away, but Peanut's still just wrecking Flawless in his own jungle. He's a level up now, and he's made it so difficult for Flawless to exist, and Smeb is actually not going to TP back into this lane, so they had an opportunity here to try and force a dive onto the top side perhaps, or gank it, but instead saving that TP.
Yep.
Will be useful once Smeb hits level 6 and is able to TP and then depth charge somebody in the lane. He wants to go make a gank in the bottom side, and Peanut just walking on through over towards the Scuttle Crab, has a lot of wards up there. Very deep wards, in fact.
Yeah.
Look at that ward. That's a very unusual ward that he placed between the top and bottom, or top and mid inhibitor turrets right there, just to make sure that he knows which side of the jungle Flawless is going into. So
yeah.
I'm starting to ping camps right now. They haven't seen him yet.
They don't know exactly where Flawless is.
I can pretty safely assume he's on the bottom side. However.
Well, as we probably remember from last year when this composition was making a lot of waves for the ROX Tigers and pretty much everybody else, the early game is not terribly thrilling, but
it's been a quiet early game by the ROX Tigers standards. Usually they start trying to fight you already, but
well, with this composition, you know,
yeah.
Can they? Not as easily.
No. They really don't have kill pressure. Of course, Anivia is probably going to be able to get back under turret and has her passive. Probably not going to kill Poppy with Nautilus. And it's just been about Peanut repeatedly invading the enemy jungle and trying to get advantages that way. It's just a little bit of a waiting game right now.
But when this composition ramps up, it ramps up very, very hard.
Yeah, and this Kog'Maw now, because of that attack speed on his W, can just kill turrets so fast.
And wow, are we actually going to see a dive? Gorilla knocked under turret. They make the play. Nuclear gets very, very low. There's a cocoon. Peanut comes in for the execute. First blood. Gorilla is low. In the end, though,
you probably shouldn't try and make plays like that when you don't know where their jungler is, because
probably not.
That was actually exactly what Peanut wanted, was them to engage that fight, because he used combo to push Trundle under turret, so there was nothing else left for when Peanut came in and just straight up killed Nuclear.
Yeah.
So very easy. Peanut didn't even have to flash for that.
And how about that? All 4 summoners used for the bot lane of SBENU, and only the Ignite used over on the ROX Tigers side.
I mean, they just got outplayed so hard right there.
Meanwhile, Soul going after Smeb. Smeb extremely low.
It has the Titan's Wrath shield, though, so not going to be too afraid of what's going on. Has the Spectre's Cowl for a little bit of defense already, and just be happy farming underneath the turret while he can.
I don't know, yeah.
Whoa, why did he flash there at the end?
I don't know, man. I mean, he was a little bit low. He's like, yep. Saw that one coming.
He could have just recalled and then TP'd right back into the top side.
Yeah, I think he got a little bit bold, obviously. Well, a kill for SBENU, a little bit of a silly death for Smeb.
Nice solo kill, though, for Soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even sure how that happened. It looked like he was standing next to the turret and then got heroic charged into the tower.
I mean, when the shield wears off, that's a Nautilus with like no health at all.
Yeah.
So I don't think it
Pretty
was
sloppy.
I don't think it was too tough for Soul to get that one.
He also shouldn't be standing next to the turret while there's a Poppy who can just stun him.
Exactly.
If that's indeed what happened, we didn't get to see the start of that.
Well, I can't really think of a lot of other ways that could have happened.
Well, ROX Tiger's still up in this game in any event. Have a farm lead in that bottom side of the map, so we're doing just fine.
Yeah, I wonder when we're going to see one of these teams try to go for this first dragon, too.
Wow, Cole picked up by Prey, so they're just going to be farming super hard right now. That's how comfortable he is in this matchup. Goes back, buys the Cole, starts to stack that up, and starting to move towards the pieces of his Rage Blade. Just gonna sit here for a while, I guess, Doa.
There we go. Okay, so ROX Tiger's going for the first dragon. Looks like Flawless may come down to contest this. Nope, he's not even gonna check it. Okay, now going over there. There we go. Okay, so they see the dragon going on. Flawless can fight this. They're bringing Sasin in as well. Peanut in a lot of trouble here, taking some damage from the dragon, but here comes Kuro.
Oh,
Kuro.
the dragon's attacking him!
That's right, and they get the kill. And now Gorilla all over Sasin as well. Secret comes in to try to help. Repel comes down, delivering Peanut to safety. And nobody wanting to go after that dragon at the moment.
I feel so sad for Flawless this
He got
game.
too close. He got too close to the dragon.
Jeez.
Why do you do that?
The guy just can't catch a break. He's been harassed by Peanut this entire game. Then he tries to stop. Looks like he's going to actually do something to Peanut, but Lulu just zips over, gets the wild growth off onto Peanut. Gorilla gets up into that part of the lane and just flashes for the finisher on that kill. And the aggro switches over to Flawless in that engagement. Really unfortunate for Flawless.
Yeah. That's pretty big, though, for ROX Tigers to have that kind of pressure. We'll see if they're able to pick up that first dragon. I really want to see this second dragon stack in action with this comp. See how fast you can actually knock down turrets with it.
Yeah, and we've seen a little bit, obviously, in some of the other regions, but
Sure.
Korea tends to be more dragon-centric in general.
Oh, Gorilla. Two-shot barrage dodge. Gorilla very, very low, though. Kuro teleporting down into the bot lane. And with Gorilla so low health, they can't really pursue that as much.
I'm surprised Gorilla turned around for that pillar right there. It really shows that he knows exactly how much damage this Ezreal is going to deal, because he didn't think about it for a second. He just turned right back around pillar and knew that he was going to be able to survive that. Lulu TP used, like you say.
Yeah.
So now it's a double TP advantage for SBENU. If they're going to make a play, it has to be soon. They have level 6 on Alistar, so SBENU needs to dive. They need to do something active on the map right now, and a dive would be a really good start with their double TP advantage.
How about taking the Rift Herald instead?
How about they
use
Alistar ult and 2 TPs to do something? That's what I think they should do. Something.
I mean, they already look a little bit nervous about putting the pressure on after how it's kind of backfired on them so far.
I mean, Soul is proxy farming, so I don't know how nervous they are.
Well, the rest of the team. Obviously, Soul's been doing fine, but Flawless, Nuclear Secret, things haven't been going so well.
Flawless Nuclear Secret. Sounds like a North Korean missile plan.
I suppose. Where their flawless nuclear secret. Turn Summoner's Rift into the Sea of Fire, of course. Well, Sasin just using that teleport to get back into lane to not miss any CS.
Okay, coming for a gang.
All right, Nuclear slowed down by the pillar. There's the arcane shift. Still not enough to get him out of there. Used the flash as well and the summoner heal.
He didn't have, I don't think he arcane shifted. I think he just flashed. He didn't have mana. He didn't have enough mana for the.
Ah, you might be right.
So
yeah,
I think that they saw the no mana Ezreal and were like, easy gank here. Just get them with the pillar, and then you can follow up on the flash with the cocoons.
I suppose.
Easily kill Nuclear again.
There's first dragon now for the ROX Tigers. And that's one that SBENU can't quite contest.
Peanut is so good.
Yes, he is. He can even buy Tracker's Knife and still get kills. Oh, Kuro in trouble. Flawless and Soul coming in on him. And where's the wall? The ult used by ROX to push him away. Gorilla comes in. Teleport brings Smeb to the party too. Big wild growth. They get the knock up. Soul. Saucin, Secret on the run. Soul just knocks away a couple members of the ROX Tigers, but it's too late to save the jungler. And
the Gragas ult knocked them out of the Anivia queue.
Yep. Anti-synergy, man.
Wow, that was really bad. But great reaction there from Smeb. He had his TP back up, so gets there in time, and the ROX Tigers starting to run away with this one. Rageblade now completed for Prey.
They are still sitting at about 1,800 average gold lead at 15 minutes, and it's going to be even bigger this game. Denied.
Well, the turrets are going to start falling pretty quickly here in favor of ROX.
Seems that way.
Smeb with the Bombi Cinder right now. Still not too tanky.
I mean, Soul's done well in the 1v1.
Yeah.
Obviously got the kill. Has out-farmed him. But when it comes to acting as a team, they're still going to be struggling quite a bit.
Wow, Prey is going to be so hard for this duo to deal with. And once this first turret falls, the other ones are going to go shortly thereafter. Yeah, that's the damage of new Kog'Maw right there, that Rageblade. Really difficult, especially for this Ezreal, while he's still ramping up for his Muramana to contest with. Peanut is here for an attempted a gank. Looks like he knows there's a ward in that second lane brush.
Oh, Smeb tried to go into Soul there.
Yeah, but Peanut's just going to recall with the cooldowns used by Smeb already. So no big deal right there, and Peanut's made it work. He's about 1,000 gold up on the enemy jungler, so a big part of that gold differential is just between Peanut and Flawless so far. He will be building into a Rylai's, so even more crowd control and peel for this Juggermaw composition.
Why not? Secret lurking in the brush, but I think he was seen by Ward. Yeah, he's now.
Have that pink ward there, and they're just going to defend their pinks.
Yep, not the most successful lurking.
Yeah, so they can't really get into the river right now to deny any of this vision. And more wards being taken out, and this is part of ROX's plan to slowly push into the blue buff.
Wow, Prey is just on the verge of taking out that turret on his own. Almost gets it there, like one auto away.
Yeah, he got scared of the Alistar combo.
Yeah, well, he should be. Good to respect that. I mean, you can kind of breathe on that turret and knock it over. Although with Kog'Maw, that's actually fairly accurate.
More like spit on it.
Yeah. Something you expel from your mouth anyway.
Vomit, spit.
Yep. Regurgitating the turret to death. No problem.
Yeah,
just doing a bit more farming.
Yeah, getting as many minions killed as they possibly can, and SBENU is just going to try and take this Rift Herald in response.
Yep. So first turret of the game does fall. Smeb shows up, finds Soul and Flawless, tries to go for the Rift Herald. He's going to slow him up, give Peanut time to get there, and Flawless taken down again.
Oh, the hook!
He tried to get away, but he got caught.
The hook!
Brought him back in again. Soul in big trouble. Wow, that was the fadeaway hook. You want to knock Nautilus away, but Nautilus doesn't want to go anywhere, man.
So great from the ROX Tigers. Everything about that was awesome. First off, Smeb flashing in to try and steal the Herald, and then gets the engagement. Then Peanut is close enough to flash in and follow up with the Cocoon. The synergy and trust between these guys is unreal. And then them winning after that, it's Smeb just outplaying the Poppy ult.
Oh, I love it. I mean, he knew it was coming.
I really want a replay of that. That was sweet.
It was a very, very well-timed hook, that's for sure.
Just great skirmishing here, and a great knowledge of their limits and where each other, where they are on the map compared to each other.
All right,
we're going to take a look again. So he's going to try and flash in here and take it away. Gets it down to 40 HP. Doesn't end up getting it, but here we go. He reads this, sees the animation, and then hooks and draws himself back in. Just great.
That's pretty sick.
But there is just pretty easy cleanup onto Poppy. They also take out the top turret, so now Smeb did enough work on that turret by himself to take it down. So 2 turrets to 0, 5,000 gold lead here at 20 minutes. Easy cruising to victory. If Smeb hadn't died in that 1v1, we would be on pace here for a perfect game.
Yeah, definitely.
Although they did get a Rift Herald, SBENU did. So
Well,
I guess that's a new wrinkle in the perfect game.
I don't know. Is it? We don't even track Rift Heralds yet. Hey, we've got our, speaking of tracking these, we've got our timers back.
Yay.
Dragon and Baron timers are back for 6-3. That's nice. Secret slowed down, pops that ultimate right away. Prey just doing tons of damage. They end up having to burn Gragas' ult just to get him away, but
Prey also has double buffs. So
that helps.
yeah, he's going to really be pushing very hard into these turrets. He has the Hurricane already, starting to build into some lifesteal now, so he's got sustain via the Vamp Scepter, and they're going to try and just zone him out using the wall of the Q. They get the stun, but clear out the wave. Peanut's job is to take out more dragons.
All right, so now that they've got that second dragon, the auto attacks are going to burn the turret.
Let's have the Dragon's Wrath now.
Yep. Dragons hate turrets.
Dragons hate buildings.
Yep, they just want to melt them. Oh, nuclear. Arcane shifting out of there. Doesn't burn the flash. Trying to make a little bit of a play there.
They used the wall cooldown there, so now there's nothing to stop Prey from just walking up on this turret, really.
Yeah, I don't know. Knock up onto Sassen. There's a nice cocoon. Gets out of it immediately. Sassen very, very low. Flawless turns around onto Gorilla, who gets low. They get the turret. Secret comes in for a big knock-up, but doesn't survive long enough. He had no ult cooldown. Kuro had to ult himself, but it doesn't look like it really matters. Prey able to get so much health back. Getting the double kill. He may get more as Soul and Nuclear run. Soul comes back in. That's a double kill now for Peanut. And meanwhile, Smeb jumps on a Nuclear flash from Prey for the triple, and that's the ace for the ROX Tigers, and they are just having the time of their lives, man.
The ROX Tigers are so good at team fighting, Doa. It is ridiculous. Watching these guys select targets, know the priorities, know that the wall cooldown was down so that they could go all in on that dive, and that they juggle the aggro so well on that turret to make sure that everybody comes out alive on a dive that goes 2 turrets deep. It's just insane to watch these guys play League of Legends right now. They are so damn good.
Why not take a 21-minute Baron? Let's watch that fight again.
I mean, so they turn onto the Anivia right here, and they actually get the kill. The ultimate from Kog'Maw does do more damage when the target is below 25% health. And then Kog'Maw turns onto the turret with the W, immediately takes that out, standing still. And it's just clean up from here. Smeb is the one to run point, takes the turret aggro as they continue to dive. Peanut misses the cocoon, but Soul goes back in, does get kills, doesn't quite land the stun. And then the flash forward from Smeb and Prey to finish off the Ezreal. Just so solid. Get the ace, get the Baron. Easy snowballing now. And what was a 5k gold lead like 2 minutes ago is now a 10k lead with a Baron buff.
What always blows my mind is just, like we mentioned earlier, the trust between these players, you know? Everybody knows that they're going to do the job. Somehow Peanut just solos Nuclear, I guess? That happens, all right.
He had no summoners, so...
Turret goes down. This game is looking pretty over. Yeah, you better run Flawless. Wow.
Well,
I don't know what else to say. Watching this team play is like...
It's unbelievable.
No other team.
It's unbelievable how good they are right now.
You know, it's kind of too bad they're not going to IEM. I feel like this would be the perfect chance for some redemption for the last IEM Katowice they were at. Yeah, I don't think it would go quite like last year.
I don't think so either, though. I don't think anybody would even stand a sliver of a chance.
Doesn't seem that way. Flawless caught again, takes a ton of damage. Prey just destroys people now. Welcome to the new wide world of Kog'Maw. Prepare for that champion to be banned for every game for the rest of eternity.
I mean, when you leave Lulu up and you don't take Kog'Maw in the first round of the draft against the Tigers,
what do you expect?
You know what's
Flash
coming.
Cocoon, Sassen blown up. Soul on the run now too. Smeb comes in with the teleport. Soul knocks him back into the turret, doesn't stop Prey from picking up the double, and the ROX Tigers at 23 minutes. Look at Prey just going right into the fountain almost for the damage. They may be ready to end it right here. Looks like they are, and we may have one of the fastest, if not the fastest game this season 24 minutes, and there is nothing that SBENU Sonicboom can do. There goes the Nexus. 24 minutes, 12 seconds. GG.
Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting performance.
Beautiful.
From the ROX Tigers. At the end of that game, Peanut he was 6-0-8, so he had kill contribution on 14 of the 15 kills. Just ridiculous. I mean, everything about this team, they make the plays in the early game. Their team fighting is excellent.
Yeah.
And they just don't let up. They know how to play the map extremely well. They know their limits so well. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful to watch them play.
Man, we just watched that 1v1 of Peanut versus Nuclear too, and it is insane the amount of damage he was doing on that, at least at the end of the game.
Well, Nuclear just, I mean, he never...
He had no items.
The sad thing is, Nuclear, I don't think, ever got his Muramana in that game.
No.
I think he ended the game with the Manamune.
Oh, they moved off screen. Oh, well. I think you're right, though. I think you're right.
At least when Peanut killed him, he still had the Manamune, so he just may have never even fully stacked that tier.
Yeah, well, he stacked different ones. So when we come
no,
back...
he didn't. He ended the game with the Manamune. Okay.
Yeah. Well, don't go anywhere, guys. When we come back, game number 2, blink and you'll miss it. ROX Tigers looking for the 2-0. We'll be right back.